Hello, Los Angeles Dodgers fans. We've got fresh, exclusive videos and the latest updates just for you. Before we dive in, make sure to join our channel and hit that like button. This is the best way to stay on top of all the breaking news. The Los Angeles Dodgers entered the night carrying the weight of expectation. Their position atop the National League West suddenly precarious as they faced off against the Los Angeles Angels in what had promised to be a routine matchup, but quickly transformed into a showcase of high drama, individual brilliance, and collective frustration. With the season winding toward its critical stretch, every game carried significance. Every pitch could swing momentum, and every at-bat became a potential turning point in a race where nothing was guaranteed. From the opening inning, the Dodgers seemed determined to establish control, leaping to a 1-0 lead early, a subtle assertion that they were not ready to relinquish the advantage they had cultivated over weeks of hard-fought victories. The energy in the stadium carried that certainty, but as the innings unfolded, it became clear that the game had a different story to tell. The Angels, often underestimated in such high-stakes moments, demonstrated the resilience that has characterized their approach all season. Their pitching staff, though not overpowering, relied on timing, location, and the occasional daring gamble to unsettle the Dodgers' rhythm. Each at-bat seemed measured, calculated, yet infused with the unpredictability that baseball thrives upon. It was in the sixth inning that the narrative took an unexpected turn. A triple play, a rare, almost cinematic event, shattered the Dodgers' momentum. In an instant, the field, usually a space of routine execution, became a stage for the kind of defensive brilliance that could demoralize even the most composed lineup. For the players and the coaching staff, it was a moment that demanded both reflection and adaptation, forcing them to reset and confront the reality that this game would not yield easily to their will. Amid the chaos, Shohei Ohtani stood as a figure of near-mythical significance. His presence in the game carried an almost gravitational pull, drawing attention to the subtleties of every swing and the potential for moments of heroism. In the ninth inning, Ohtani unleashed a home run that momentarily swung the pendulum back in Los Angeles' favor, putting the Dodgers ahead 6-5. The stadium erupted with a mix of relief and awe, a collective acknowledgement of a player capable of turning the tide with a single, decisive action. Yet even as the excitement surged, there remained an undercurrent of tension. One home run, spectacular as it was, could not erase the vulnerabilities that had been exposed earlier. The following inning, the fragility of that advantage became evident, and the Dodgers found themselves grappling with the realization that in baseball, triumph is rarely guaranteed until the final out. Dodgers manager Dave Roberts, ever composed but visibly concerned, navigated the aftermath with a mixture of critique and acknowledgement. The runner on first base during the pivotal triple play became a focal point of his reflection, a reminder that even the smallest lapses can have outsized consequences in moments of high pressure. Yet Roberts also recognized the brilliance of Ohtani's late-game performance, highlighting the quality of the at-bat, the intensity of the fight, and the impact of a singular hit that reverberated through the dugout and among fans alike. The duality of frustration and admiration, common in baseball, played out vividly over the course of that night, encapsulating both the highs and lows that define the sport. For Ben Kasparius, the outcome marked a personal setback, his record adjusted to 7 wins and 5 losses as the game concluded with a bunt and walk-off single in the top of the 10th. The pitching staff, often the backbone of any team's stability, faced a moment of reckoning, underscoring the reality that even skilled and promising pitchers encounter nights where circumstances and execution converge to produce an unfavorable result. The Dodgers, already struggling with a 3-game losing streak, confronted the pressing need to recalibrate, to find rhythm and resilience as they prepared for the final game of the series in Anaheim, a chance to salvage momentum and restore confidence before the looming, high-stakes clashes with the Padres. Ohtani's performance throughout the series offered a fascinating study in consistency and impact. Hitting home runs in 4 consecutive games, each a solo effort, he demonstrated an extraordinary ability to deliver under pressure. The streak, building since early August, included 5 home runs and 6 runs batted in, cementing his status as one of the most formidable forces in Major League Baseball. Beyond the numbers, his presence altered the psychological landscape of the game, compelling pitchers and fielders to account for his potential at every moment, creating space for strategy, misdirection, and, occasionally, awe-inspiring execution. In a league where history is measured not only by victories, but by singular, memorable feats, Ohtani's performance on that night added another chapter, blending statistical achievement with a narrative drama that makes baseball a uniquely compelling sport. While the Dodgers wrestled with the immediate aftermath of the game, the broader context of the season cast long shadows. Their 3-game losing streak mirrored moments from earlier in the year when similar slumps threatened to derail momentum, reminding the team and its supporters of the fine margins that define a campaign at this level. The comparison to a 7-game skid earlier in July heightened the stakes, emphasizing the importance of recovery, of mental fortitude, and of leveraging the remaining series to regain positional advantage. Each at-bat, pitch, and defensive play became part of a larger narrative arc, with players navigating both the physical demands of the game and the psychological weight of expectation, history, and aspiration. In parallel to the immediate game drama, the Dodgers faced long-term challenges that would shape their trajectory beyond any single series. Tony Gonsolin, a pitcher whose talent had been central to the team's strategy, faced yet another setback following major elbow surgery. The procedure, a complex revision of previous interventions, would sideline him for the remainder of the season and extend into the next, underscoring the fragility inherent in professional athletics. Gonsolin's journey, marked by repeated surgeries, stints on the injured list, and careful management of recovery, highlighted the interplay of resilience, physical strain, and the relentless pursuit of excellence that defines elite-level baseball. For the Dodgers, his absence meant adjustments not only in rotation, but also in strategy, as the team balanced the need for immediate results with long-term planning, a delicate calculus familiar to any organization competing at the highest level. Even amid injuries, losses, and unpredictable twists, the Dodgers' narrative remained compelling. Players like Ohtani embodied the duality of human effort and transcendent performance, moments of brilliance interwoven with the ordinary challenges of the sport. Each game, each inning, carried layers of meaning, statistical milestones, psychological tests, and flashes of artistry that could swing momentum in an instant. For fans, commentators, and the team itself, these layers created a rich tapestry of emotion and storytelling, a reminder that in baseball, as in life, moments of triumph and adversity often coexist, producing drama that extends far beyond the scoreboard. The season's rhythm, punctuated by wins, losses, streaks, and individual feats, demanded that the Dodgers remain vigilant, adaptive, and resilient. Their performance against the Angels exemplified both the potential for exhilarating highs and the peril of sudden setbacks. It underscored the importance of focus, the value of preparation, and the inescapable reality that in professional sports, past achievements offer no immunity against present challenges. Each pitch, swing, and decision became a thread in an unfolding narrative, weaving together the technical, strategic, and emotional dimensions that define the game at its highest level. As the Dodgers stepped away from the Angels series, the tension within the clubhouse was palpable. 3 consecutive losses had shaken not only the teams standing atop the National League West, but also the confidence that comes from knowing you can rely on a season's worth of preparation to carry you through adversity. The upcoming series against the Padres loomed large, a critical juncture that could define momentum for weeks to come. Every practice, every meeting with coaches, and every at-bat in the simulated games became a rehearsal for what was to come, as the players understood that in baseball, opportunities for redemption arrive in increments, often in the form of the very next pitch or the next swing. The pressure was not just external. It radiated from within, as veterans and young players alike grappled with the knowledge that mistakes made in Anaheim or in any series against a division rival could have consequences that echoed far beyond the scoreboard. Shohei Ohtani remained the figure around which much of the conversation revolved. His ability to influence a game with both bat and arm had already established him as one of the most dynamic forces in modern baseball, and yet his streak of home runs, culminating in 4 consecutive solo shots, provided more than just statistical milestones. It offered a psychological edge. Pitchers preparing to face him knew that even a seemingly perfect pitch could be sent over the fence with pinpoint precision. His presence altered every decision on the field, forcing managers to weigh defensive alignments, pitch sequencing, and bullpen management with extraordinary care. For the Dodgers, Ohtani was both a beacon of hope and a reminder of the fine line between dominance and vulnerability. While his 9th-inning homer against the Angels had temporarily lifted the team into the lead, the inability to close out the game illuminated how baseball is a team sport, a series of interconnected decisions where even one lapse can unravel the finest individual effort. The pitching staff, already under scrutiny, faced additional challenges. Ben Kasperius, who had been a reliable arm in recent weeks, now had to contend with the emotional and strategic aftermath of a tough loss, one in which a lead slipped through his fingers in the 10th inning. The Dodgers' rotation, meticulously constructed to balance rest, performance, and matchups, had to absorb not only the absence of consistency from its members, but also the looming uncertainty around Tony Gonsolin's long-term recovery. Gonsolin's elbow surgery, an intricate revision following previous procedures, meant the team would be without one of its most promising starters for months, forcing strategic recalibration. Pitchers like Walker Buehler and Julio Urias were now tasked with not only delivering their best performances, but also mentoring younger arms who would inevitably see increased innings as the schedule pressed on. The collective responsibility weighed heavily, but also provided an opportunity for resilience, for players to demonstrate that the Dodgers' depth could withstand individual setbacks. Off the field, the psychological stakes were equally high. The Dodgers' clubhouse culture, known for its focus on preparation, accountability, and adaptability, faced a test of character. Leaders within the team were tasked with maintaining focus, motivating their peers, and ensuring that losses did not metastasize into a crisis of confidence. The challenge of maintaining morale while navigating the tension of high expectations is one that few sports can emulate with such intensity. Each player's response to adversity, whether through extra batting practice, film study, or simply staying mentally engaged during long road trips, contributed to the narrative of a team striving not only for wins, but for identity and cohesion under pressure. In many ways, this period mirrored the arc of entire seasons past, when teams had to confront the duality of human performance, the capacity for brilliance juxtaposed against the inevitability of error. As the Dodgers looked ahead to their showdown with the Padres, strategy became the center of conversation. The Padres, riding their own wave of momentum, represented a formidable obstacle. Their pitching staff, characterized by a combination of velocity, movement, and tactical insight, had proven adept at exploiting weaknesses in opponents' lineups. Batting orders were scrutinized, situational hitting scenarios replayed endlessly, and defensive shifts meticulously planned. For the Dodgers, the task was not merely to win games, but to do so while mitigating the risks that had emerged during the Angels series. Each player's preparation had to account for the unpredictability of the opponent, the pressure of the division race, and the broader context of a season in which every win carried cumulative weight. Meanwhile, Ohtani's historical performances continued to shape the conversation beyond the immediate game. His rare feat of hitting into a triple play and later producing a go-ahead home run in the same contest positioned him alongside legends of the sport, a testament to the unpredictability and drama that baseball uniquely offers. In a league where records and milestones are revered, moments like these transcend individual statistics. They become narrative threads that define the season, enrich the lore of the sport, and offer fans a sense of connection to history in real time. For Dodgers fans, these moments were bittersweet, a reminder of the narrow margins between triumph and disappointment, and a signal that their team, despite temporary setbacks, still possessed the tools to compete at the highest level. Injury management remained an underlying concern throughout the organization. Tony Gonsolin's situation, in particular, highlighted the fragility of a pitching staff built on both talent and endurance. His history of elbow reconstruction, compounded by recurring pain and subsequent surgeries, underscored the challenge of maintaining peak performance in a sport defined by repetitive, high-stress motions. The Dodgers' medical and training staff worked tirelessly to balance rehabilitation with readiness, seeking to ensure that when Gonsolin returned, he could compete without risk of re-injury. The uncertainty surrounding his timeline created ripple effects, forcing adjustments in rotation, bullpen usage, and even lineup construction as the team sought to maintain competitive balance without overextending other players. Offensively, the Dodgers were compelled to reflect on situational hitting, clutch execution, and the ability to capitalize on opportunities. Ohtani's heroics offered inspiration, yet the team collectively recognized that baseball success relies on sequencing. The ability to string together hits, execute on base-running decisions, and convert pressure situations into scoring opportunities. In the games that followed, every plate appearance, every pitch selection, and every defensive choice would carry heightened significance, as both the Padres and divisional standings amplified the stakes. This intersection of skill, strategy, and circumstance defines the essence of professional baseball, illustrating why the sport is both celebrated for its precision and revered for its unpredictability. As the Dodgers moved forward, they also carried the weight of legacy, expectation, and opportunity. Each player understood that the season was as much a test of endurance and adaptability as it was a showcase of individual talent. Young players observed and absorbed lessons from veterans. Seasoned stars balanced leadership with personal performance. Managers navigated the delicate equilibrium between tactical innovation and respect for proven methods. The Dodgers' trajectory, shaped by injuries, streaks, and individual brilliance, reflected the complex interplay of variables that define elite-level sports, offering a narrative rich with tension, drama, and potential redemption. The upcoming series against the Padres promised to be a defining moment. Every inning, every matchup, and every at-bat would carry the weight of consequence. The Dodgers had the tools to compete, but execution under pressure would separate success from failure. Fans, analysts, and players alike understood that baseball's unique rhythm, its blend of repetition, skill, and unpredictability, would once again test the team's resilience, adaptability, and collective character. As preparations intensified, the focus remained on fundamentals, communication, and seizing every moment, for in the crucible of a tight divisional race, even the smallest advantage could tip the scales. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on news, so drop a comment below. The Los Angeles Dodgers, one of Major League Baseball's most storied franchises, might be facing an unexpected internal storm as rumors swirl around the relationship between their manager Dave Roberts and star outfielder Mookie Betts. Reports suggest a serious clash behind the scenes, with Roberts allegedly shouting, "Don't play with me anymore," at Betts, a phrase that has quickly ignited speculation about a possible rift within the team. Betts, a critical figure in the Dodgers lineup and a former MVP, has been integral to their recent successes, but whispers now hint that the chemistry between the two may be fracturing. This alleged outburst could signal more than just a momentary lapse of temper. It might reflect deeper tensions simmering in the clubhouse. Sources close to the team imply that the disagreement could revolve around playing time, strategy, or even leadership roles within the squad, making fans and analysts alike wonder if this discord will affect the Dodgers' cohesion on the field. The atmosphere inside the Dodgers clubhouse is reportedly tense, with insiders describing a palpable unease that hasn't been publicly acknowledged by the team's leadership. Mookie Betts, known for his competitive spirit and fiery personality, may be feeling the pressure as the alleged conflict with Dave Roberts escalates. While both have a history of professional success and have contributed immensely to the Dodgers' strong performances, the current situation could be undermining the unity that teams need to thrive during the grueling MLB season. The Dodgers are no strangers to high expectations and media scrutiny, but a feud of this nature, especially involving a manager and a key player, could be detrimental to team morale. Fans are now watching closely, speculating whether this rumored rift is a temporary hurdle or a sign of bigger issues to come. Speculation is rife about what could have triggered such a heated exchange between Roberts and Betts. Some insiders suggest it might stem from strategic disagreements during crucial moments in recent games, where Betts may have defied or questioned managerial decisions. Others propose that the conflict could be rooted in personality clashes, with Roberts demanding strict adherence to his leadership style, while Betts pushes back, asserting his own influence in the locker room. This dynamic, if true, paints a picture of a tug-of-war for authority within the Dodgers organization. The power struggle, whether real or exaggerated by rumor, has sparked debate among commentators about the long-term impact on the Dodgers' performance. Could this be a turning point in their season, or merely a storm in a teacup? Only time will tell, but the potential fallout is already a hot topic across sports media. If the tension between Dave Roberts and Mookie Betts does indeed reflect a deeper divide, the Dodgers' front office might face difficult decisions in the near future. Managing star talent while maintaining team harmony is a delicate balance, especially in a franchise accustomed to contending for championships. The possibility that Roberts has reached a breaking point with Betts raises questions about the manager's authority and the player's future with the team. Could this dispute lead to lineup changes, reduced playing time, or even trade discussions involving Betts? The prospect of such moves is unsettling for fans who have grown to rely on Betts' clutch performances. Meanwhile, the Dodgers management might be under pressure to intervene, either by mediating the conflict or re-evaluating their strategies to preserve team unity. The coming weeks may reveal how this drama unfolds and whether it will influence the Dodgers' quest for another title. While neither Dave Roberts nor Mookie Betts has publicly addressed the rumors, the baseball world is abuzz with theories about what this means for the Dodgers' trajectory. Some experts argue that occasional clashes between passionate figures are inevitable in competitive sports and could even lead to growth if handled properly. Others caution that if unresolved, this tension could spiral into something more damaging. The Dodgers, already navigating the challenges of a tough season, must now manage not only their opponents on the field, but also the storm brewing within. Fans, commentators, and analysts alike are holding their breath, eager to see if Roberts and Betts can reconcile, or if this discord signals the start of a more significant shakeup. For now, the Dodgers remain a team under the microscope, with every word and action scrutinized as the story of Roberts' explosive remark and its aftermath continues to unfold. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.